Hi,
Disclaimer
dermatologist
before I
here.
jump into this. I do not get off on embarrassing people. That's not my jam.
Oh,
That said, sharing my own experiences are completely valid. And to
okay.
be
Well,
frank,
that's
I'm in the
boring.
business of
Sometimes
it.
people
3
deserve to
weeks
be
ago, I start
embarrassed,
seeing a man. This man's got a
especially when they're being
rash. He says, I
malicious.
don't know where it came from. I've had it for months. It won't go away. It's itchy. It's annoying.
Dating a guy
Whatever. I
with a
said,
rash.
that
Okay.
sucks. That sucks. You have that rash. But hey, it happens. It's not contagious, right? It's like, no. Not that I know of. I'm seeing him for about 3 weeks. 3 weeks
Okay.
go by, he gets this cream. He's like, I got this cream for my rash. I said, oh, what is the, diagnosis? He said, it's just a for everything cream. I said, okay.
I
I
hate
hope
for
it gives you
everything
relief.
creams.
I get a little itchy in the night the other day. I said,
Uh-oh.
my stupid ass, I never looked up what that cream was. It's not for an everything relief cream. It's actually only for 2 things. Google says it's for lice and scabies.
Ooh.
4 o'clock in the morning. My ass
One of the
opens
most
a
common
notepad,
topicals for lice
immediately
and
books a
scabies is
dermatology appointment for the
permethrin.
next day. And then I give him a call. He answers. I said, hey, I just looked up your cream. I said, you know what it's for, right? He said, yeah.
Scabies.
I said, but it's not that. They've given me this cream before. It never
If y'all
works.
don't
It
know,
just makes things
scabies
worse, actually. I'm
is
so frustrated. I don't know what to do.
it's a
Blah, blah,
parasite
blah, blah, blah. I said, damn, that sucks. I did
that
make a
burrows in the
dermatology
skin.
appointment. I'll let you know what I know when I
These little
find out. Like 8
tracks.
hours later, I'm at the dermatologist. I say to the lady clicking at the computer, I said, hey, he's got this cream. She stops. She says, let me get the doctor. Doctor comes in. I said, he's been using this cream. She said, there's no fucking way. She
Oh.
said, yeah, babe, that's not an everything cream.
It
I
is
made sure
not.
to mention, he said the cream doesn't work, that I don't know all the details, that he said he's had this for months, but he's used the cream before. She said, girl, it's likely he's not doing it right. He's half-assing this treatment.
Oh, a lot
and
of
he's
people
never
who have
actually fully
scabies,
getting rid
they
of what he's got. So it just keeps
gotta
coming
cover your
back.
whole
I said,
body with the cream
oh. At
twice.
this point, I asked my doctor, what do I do? And she
Like a
said,
week apart.
you stop seeing him. She says, dude, I'm so sorry men are like this. I said, I have Pilates in 45 minutes. My doctor said,
I too am so
she
sorry.
prescribes me this medication. I have to take 6 pills at a time. I'm basically being preventatively dewormed. I'm in shock.
Scabies could
My ass
also be
lost an
treated
hour
with
and a half in
oral
pharmacy to
ivermectin.
get this. I'm thinking about disinfecting my entire apartment. Now I have to tell my roommates what I'm going to say to this guy. I'm walking out of the pharmacy. He calls me. I said, hello. He said, how are you? He said, what are you doing? I said, picking up a medicine.
I would be like, not
He said,
well.
oh, for what?
For
I said,
scabies.
sir, for scabies.
Yeah.
What do you mean for what? He said, what? A pill? And I said, yeah. He goes, that's really intense. It's really extreme. I said, I don't know, man. I've only been seeing you for around 3 weeks. I'm not going to judge how you
Getting
deal with
scabies
your
from somebody
medical
you've only
history,
seen
nor
for
what
3 weeks
doctors
is
you
also
see, but I
extreme.
trust my doctor very much. And her extreme reaction to this was all I needed. He's talking about how he can't get over this, how it keeps coming back, how the cream isn't working, how it can't be scabies, how this is embarrassing. I said, sir, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I don't think you could half-ass a treatment and then full-on victim of illness. That's not how that works. He said, what do
Maybe
you
it
mean
wasn't explained to him
half-assing this
correctly.
treatment? I said, did you clean all your linens? Did you evacuate your room for 72 hours? Did you vacuum seal, kill with heat? He said, yeah, I've done all that. I said, what? I was at your apartment 24 hours ago. He said, oh, you meant this time.
This
It kind of
time.
ended with me saying, hey, I've known you for, again, a very short time. We've been in this time very open and honest with each other. And you actively avoiding telling me that you could have something incredibly contagious really feels like lying to me. I said, well, it's a completely human response to want to avoid talking
I
about
don't
something
know.
like this.
What would y'all do in this
You've now
situation?
put me in a compromising position, and in order to yourself avoid discomfort, did it at my expense. I also said, listen, I hope it's an allergy. I hope it's something that's not this. I hope I get to say sorry for having this conversation with you. But this is insane. So I've done all that. I've done the disinfecting. I've done everything I have to do. And
Okay.
I'm...
Everything all good?
And after all this, he sends me a text. He said, I feel bad. You want to go to the spa?
The spa?
No. I don't want to have scabies.
With scabies.
What do you mean? Anyways, if he hasn't picked
Don't
it up
take your
by
scabies
now,
to the
it's
spa.
over. I don't think I want to see you anymore. Can't trust you. That sucks. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna be dating again anytime soon, if ever. If ever.
Sorry to hear
What
that.
the fuck?